Russia fired missiles at the Ukrainian port city of Odessa just hours after signing a deal to allow grain exports to move safely through the Black Sea. The war in Ukraine has held up millions of tons of grain in the port city, fueling a food crisis around the world. And as the fighting rages on in Ukraine, 2 Americans have been killed in the crossfire. Holly Williams reports on why they felt compelled to join the fight and how they will be remembered.
Luke Luzishin, originally from New Jersey, and Brian Young, who came from California, were killed in action this past week in eastern Ukraine. American volunteers. They'd signed up to fight here with Ukrainian forces battling against Russia's invading army.
There is a good side and evil side, so they fight for good.
Colonel Ruslan was their commanding officer.
Really?
Yes, I'm professional military.
Okay.
He told us Luzishin was injured by Russian tank shelling, and as Young went to help, more fire killed them both.
Why did they volunteer to come to Ukraine?
I asked Brian once, and he replied, "Sir, if we Americans don't help you winning this war, the next step of Russia will be knocking to our doors."
We got the call from the U.S. State Department letting us know that Luke is passed.
At their home in Calabash, North Carolina, Luzishin's parents, Kathy and George, are struggling. Their 31-year-old son has left behind 2 young children of his own.
I tried to get him to come home many times. He said he couldn't leave his friends. And then it turns out that 3 of them died trying to save him. And that's very difficult.
That's even more difficult to learn that.
Why was he motivated to come to Ukraine?
It was, David versus Goliath. And, he was ready to stand up and fight for the little guy.
Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky has called on foreign volunteers to join his country's struggle against Moscow's bloody invasion. And thousands have reportedly come here, including many Americans. But the State Department has warned US citizens against it. Colonel Ruslan told us Brian Young had experience in the American military and was a capable machine gunner.
He perfectly knew what he was doing, a good soldier.
Their remains are now waiting repatriation.
And Holly Williams joins us now in Dnipro, Ukraine. To hear those stories about Luke Luzishin and Brian Young, it's incredible that they took that risk. Do we have an idea of how many other Americans have joined the fight in Ukraine?
No. The truth is that we don't know the exact number of Americans who've come here, but I can tell you that over the course of being here, on and off these past months, we've spoken to quite a number of them. We know that some of them are fighting up north, down south, out in the east. These 2 men are not the first Americans to be reported killed here, but once again, we don't have an exact number for how many Americans have been killed in Ukraine. We know that 2 were captured by Russian-backed separatists in eastern Ukraine, and we understand they're still being held. And there was another American who was reported missing, but we do not know his fate. So here's a reality check for anyone who's considering coming here to fight. This is a very dangerous conflict. Joining Ukrainian forces is absolutely not the same thing as joining the US military. If you're sent to the front line, it's possible that you'll have a medic there who doesn't have the equipment they need or the training that you might hope for. And if you are hit, if you are injured, it is pretty unlikely that you're going to get helicoptered out of there.
Some important words there, Holly, although our hearts go out to the families of those 2 young men. I want to turn to the Russian attack on Odessa. Russia fired missiles at the port city just hours after Turkey and the United Nations helped broker a deal to get grain exports moving out of there again. How will that affect the ongoing food crisis?
So as you know, there's more than 20 million tons of grain stuck here in Ukraine because of Russia's naval blockade. It's helped push up prices to dangerous levels around the world. The UN says that 345 million people are now, quote, marching to the brink of starvation. And Russia has been accused of using hunger as a weapon of war. That's something that Moscow denies. But back on Friday, there was a deal done to start shipping that grain. But then, as you said, the next day, Ukraine accused Russia of firing 2 cruise missiles at the port of Odessa. Ukraine, however, says that it is trying to push forward with this agreement and even says that some of the grain may be shipped this week or next week. Look, I think the bottom line is that this is a very, very fragile agreement. Still many ways it could fall apart. So let's see if that grain actually gets shipped and when.
We'll see what happens. Holly Williams for us in Dnipro. Thank you.